What kills cancer? Is it a miracle food, a diet, a combination of foods, a total elimination of foods, a detox, a smoothie, a supplement, a vitamin, an exotic ancient remedy? We're all getting suggestions on the diets, supplementation, and micronutrient breakdowns that help fight cancer. Being told which foods starve and kill cancer cells. But there's only one 100% proven cancer fighting, cancer killing, cancer never coming backer on the planet. And that one thing is you. I created Challenge Accepted because I know from working with cancer fighters that motivation is one of, if not the toughest, barriers to overcome when it comes to exercise. So don't think you're alone in the struggle. So if your goal is to fight back after a cancer diagnosis, fight fatigue during treatment, and fight to keep cancer from ever coming back after the all clean and clear, here are 5 actions to take right now if your motivation to exercise is lacking or completely in the crapper. Number 1, don't exercise, but do move just a little bit for a few minutes every day. Make those boogie down times a daily routine. In a couple weeks, those simple movements will become an established habit. And then you'll be ready to progress to more traditional exercises. Exercise is hard because of fill in the blank is something I heard a lot of during my 10 plus years as a coach. And more times than not, it stopped being hard right after a minor tweak was made to what they were currently doing. A change in their form, a regression in weight, a shift to an alternative exercise that targeted the same muscles, but in a more comfortable position. I don't want you coming into this thinking that exercise is hard. And if you're already a member of the community, you know that I always start you off slow and easy. Because that's the winning formula and the key to success. Number 2, set realistic goals. The number 1 reason why people quit working out is that they set these gigantic goals with impossible timelines. And think about the most popular New Year's Day resolution ever made every single year since the birth of Dick Clark and the invention of the ball drop. This year, I'm going to work out and get in shape. When I worked out as a trainer at a gym, during the first few weeks of January, the floor was packed with new faces. But week after week, those numbers would drop until only a handful of those resolution makers remained. The reason for this drop-off is the resolution. The goal that they set was too aggressive and impossible for anyone, even like a seasoned fitness pro, to achieve in the amount of time they gave it to show results. So in week 3 into the new year, they're looking in the mirror and they don't see any change. They think, well, that was dumb. I failed. That doesn't work. It's a waste of time and I hate it. But the funny thing is, they'll make that same resolution next year. It becomes a trap, a never-ending loop of hope and disappointment, to the point where extreme diets, popular drugs, and fad exercise programs seem like their only hope. The truth? They're not. Most are just out there to take your money and couldn't care less about you, your barriers, and your end goal. The small percentage of people who stay on track at the gym and reach their goals get there for one reason. They get guidance and coaching. And that's not me selling something because I got nothing to sell. But when I'm challenged with someone's extreme resolution, I make it mine. This here is a team sport, if only for the mental support. So don't think you're going at this alone. Even if only given 3 months to work my magic, those who accept the challenge leave with a solid foundation of understanding, a clear purpose, a well-defined destination, with their path broken up into smaller milestones that could actually be reached. Hey, and more victories mean more celebrations. Number 3, reset expectations. Expectations can lead to motivation's slow demise. We're always the last people to see the changes in our bodies. And I like to liken it to a newborn. When it's yours, you don't notice the growth and the changes happening day to week. But when it's someone else's, and you don't see the baby for a few months, when you do, you're like, damn, baby got big. It's the same thing when you're looking at yourself in the mirror every day. This is how recognition of change breaks down. In 4 weeks, you'll start to feel a difference. In 8 weeks, others will see the changes. And in 12 weeks, you will see the changes. So don't let your own expectations derail your progress. Keep moving. And trust me, nothing feels better than when a friend or a family member asks what you've been doing, because you're looking damn good. Number 4, get emotional. Working out is 80% mental. One of my favorite sayings is, the heaviest weight in the gym is the front door. And that's 100% the truth. Even someone who has been working out most of their lives needs to hear this. I know I do. We all get that feeling, and it usually hits us right after we wake up. That dreaded, oh crap, I gotta do that thing today. And as soon as those words are spoken, that tiny little voice in your head starts spouting off a dozen or more reasons why you should skip doing that thing you know you should be doing. Exercise is that thing for a lot of people. And it gets that little voice all worked up to the point where it starts making a lot of sense. And before you know it, it's convinced you that, hey, we could skip that today. It's probably better we spend this little bit of energy we have on this really stressful crap that we have no control over than working out. You can imagine the battle in your head like the little devil and angel sitting on each of your shoulders. That little devil is doubt, depression, fear, anger, whatever. And giving it that emotion a face, a name, can help, because it makes it something real in the world, something you can interact with. This way you can separate yourself from that emotion and face it head on. And here's a promise I can make, because I witnessed it, if not 1,000 times, damn near close. If you come in for a workout not wanting to work out, if you just start with one movement for 5 minutes and put whatever energy it is you have into it, you'll find yourself moving into a second movement and then a third. And before you know it, you've gone a whole 30 minutes and you're feeling so much better than you did when you started. Showing up is the toughest step. And the first repetition of an exercise is the real work in the workout. But once you get past that one, you're moving. And that movement is all we're aiming for. You can do this. I know you can. But if you need that little extra push, as we all do, it's important to do number 5. Build a community. This is why I created Challenge Accepted. So cancer survivors like you have a place to motivate and share their stories about strength and resilience with others. Going at this alone is a losing battle. You need support from friends and family who will give you their energy when yours is low, raise you up when you're feeling knocked down, cheer for you along the way, and celebrate alongside you when those goals are reached. I hope I could be a motivational voice during your journey. And what I've created here can give you the support and community you need to succeed. And if you're ready to exercise but don't know where to start, watch this next video right here, and I'll go over the do's and don'ts to do and don't do before starting a workout program. So until then, remember, cancer can never attack your spirit, your strength, your passion, or your positivity.